Intro, man.
It was.
That intro had energy and spunk, but yo, some minor technical difficulties had to start the whole thing over, the whole shebang of him.
But we back. We back with part 2.
Like we never left. Yo said back part 2 of the Mod series, explaining what happened between him and Paris. She sounded like a cloud chaser, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud chasers are not allowed in the club. No cloud chasers in the club.
Need a soundboard.
Definitely need a soundboard. Definitely.
Going to be certain questions that pertain specifically to what we have, like to just the spicy gang and beyond me. So she answers the question, would you go on a double date with Queen and Clarence? And that causes like a lot of people to be like, why would she pick that question out the group and whatever? And it's like, I didn't really blame her, because it's like the attention she was getting on YouTube was definitely new for her. So of course,
I'm like, my son Mod probably didn't even know he had the power to boost somebody's shit up. He probably didn't even know he had that power.
The way he's playing it, yeah.
He ain't know he had that power, like she was gonna cloud up that quick. It's easier for a woman compared to like your man's or something. Hold on, son. Yours on this way.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. You're right.
He probably didn't know he could clout niggas up.
Yeah, that part's kind of there.
Yo, niggas is wild.
Like she probably done a million question and answers, and that's probably like, wow, I've never even got asked that question before. So first of all, just in case like the internet, like it will take me so long before I bring a girl around Queen and Clarence, just because naturally it's like, if there's a part of me that you can be the most ingenuine to try to get to or try to build a relationship with somebody, it's gonna be use Mod to get to there. So it would, people like girls, Clarence has only met one girl I've talked to, and I loved her. You feel me? And he's known about 2, and I love both of them. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, there's 2 girls that probably would even be able to just pull up to Queen and Clarence's house right now. Like if I brought them, and like when I got to the door, it'd be like, oh, that's not crazy. Why did you bring that girl to my house? First of all, that's just how I am, and that's how I am. That's how Lee is, because we know like they're Queen and Clarence, like to the world, like that. Like to me, that's just my man's that I used to bust his ass playing basketball. And
like,
Queen is definitely, she's a star to me too. Like, let me just say that. But it's like
42nd Street.
We came up together when she came to New York, so like our relationship is.
You gotta pause it when you talk.
But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, they was chasing them down in 42nd Street. Like, stop. Put some respect on their name. Relax. Like, they're acting like they don't got that.
Normal, but I am very protective of them, so I would have never even, like, Paris would have never just met Queen and Clarence unless we became something actually serious, which again, I feel like is the miscommunication in the internet, is just feeling like we were way more serious than we were. But again, it's like when I get it. When the narrative is just coming from one person, and you know, it seems a certain way. On top of that, in that question and answer, like, it's just mindfulness, and I don't want to seem like, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you're being sensitive. It's not that big of a deal. But I feel like there was a way to handle things, because I felt like I was handling her situation with care. Like,
your new pharmacy is here to help you.
Answer, and somebody said, how does it feel to be dating a stripper? I would just skip over that question, just for the simple fact of like,
respect.
Like, stripper doesn't have to be who Paris is just because that's what she does to get money. You know what I'm saying? But the question that made me, like, the first time I actually felt away, I guess, in this whole situation, when it was like, did me and Mod fuck? That was the question. It was it's in her thumbnail, all of that. And it was like, to me, it was just like, why? Like, and then she was like, no nigga, no, like, it was to some extent like, nobody's touching me, I'm abstinent, da da da. And I just felt like there was a way to still stay true to your abstinence and everything you stood for without saying, did me and Mod fuck? Because it's like, now it makes it seem like you're not, like I'm trying to have relations or intercourse or do anything with you, and it's like I'm failing or something. Like, I just felt like it created a misconception image that just was like, why? You know, like, why did it have to be like put out in that way to me? So, yeah. But again, that wasn't a big deal, because it's like, yo, I felt like I understood, because it's like, I feel like when I first got on YouTube and I first was like getting a taste of the attention and the, you know, people caring about what I had going on, whether people were caring about it for me or just the group I was in or the situation I was involved in, I feel like there was mistakes I probably made back then, just, you know, not being able to tell, like, you know, how to do things. So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna, also, it was her channel, I'm not gonna control her on like what she's trying to do. Again, I didn't feel like we were close enough for me to really speak up on that situation or be like, you know, that like, oh, like, why did you do that? Like, why would you do that? So it was just like, okay, I let that go too. Now, this is the last time I've actually,
the notebook is magical,
like, dealt with Paris, was actually the second live stream where Paris pulled up, and it was, I feel like it was an okay live stream. We gave different perspective. We I don't know what we talked about. This was the live stream in which she pranked me, right? And again, this is where, like, I come back to, like, just the mindfulness of, like, just everything, just being mindful. I went out to get the water or whatever, and then I came back, and, like, she was doing this prank on me where, like, she was calling me other guys' names. It didn't bother me at all, like, that we did the prank and that she called me other guys' names. More for me, it was more of like, we had a discussion in which, like, yo, if you're gonna do something on the whim, let me know so I know, because it's like, I'm respectful, so I handled it, I laughed it off, but that could have went like, yo, what the, you know, like, it could have went bad and it could have made me look away. Thank God it didn't, because I'm respectful in all situations. But you know what really actually, like, in all of that bothered me was really, like, the first time Paris has ever said thank you for, like, and I'm not saying, oh my God, like, she should, you know, like, worship me or nothing like that, because I know how you guys take things. But the first time she ever said thank you, or I heard the words thank you, or like, yo, these collabs, you know, help me, appreciate you, was literally when she said thank you, like, none of this would be possible, thank you, D, for making this possible. And I was like, everything just hit me right there. I was like, thank you, D. Like, I'm like, what? The first time you ever, like, said you appreciate me, or like, thank you, was you call me somebody else's name. And to this day, she's never, like, had, like, to me, a grateful standpoint. Like, there's certain things that, like I'm aware. I'm a very self-aware person, so I am self-aware that like I was able to come up and have this platform on YouTube because of Queen. The first time Queen reacted to me, my Get Light video, I was overly like, yo, thank you for doing this with me because I know this is gonna help me. It's even to the point that like Clarence is my man, and it's like we friends so much that like I don't have to say thank you to my boy because it's like understood, like we came up together. But it's like, yo, I still be like grateful, like, yo, bro, thank you for doing this prank with me. Thank you for doing this sit down, like, you know, like, you feel me? Because it's like it allowed me to grow. It allowed me to have a platform. And like that was the first time I was like, this is going too far. Like I'm just like not going too far, but like what am I doing here? So either way, the live stream ends, and in that I just kind of fall back because it's like I really felt like after that we were really like this, like me and her were never like we were never really gonna be anything other than like work friends. So it's like if I want to do a video, I'll hit you up. Yeah, all right, we got the camera back, the real camera. Let's not draw this out any longer. Okay, so yeah, basically after that second live stream, after I like what I said, I realized that me and Paris will probably be better off, you know, just working together, like, you know, doing videos. Like even to this point, I really wouldn't have a problem just doing a collab with Paris or nothing like that. But in my personal life, the Paris thing started to become like a real like
nuisance problem,
nagging problem, as if it was like I was having girlfriend issues, but I really wasn't. Like now there was content on the internet about.
That was my whole thing. I'm like, yo, y'all looking too deep into this. Probably was never that. Y'all doing that internet shit. Like, no, they love each other. He just don't know how to. I just don't think he ever really. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you. Look at her. She sounds straight trash, like a regular modern woman. Like, ew. They're like, Ma, you just fumbled the bag. Like, what? You want a girl who's just not even grateful, just using him? She probably thinks she doing him a favor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already peeped the bullshit early, man.
I'm like, I had the whole thing wrong, but like, in the sense that I thought they started fucking with each other after a while, and then Mom was just like chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, to me, like, people was making it about, like, he fumbled the bag because that would have been a relationship for YouTube. And I never even seen it that way. I'm thinking, like, Mod said he want a girl. Like, why is he not, like, you feel me?
That
like,
doesn't mean just go any shorty. Like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's other joints that probably will be way better than her that he's not putting on his shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's why I also said it was her narrative too. Like, the way she made it seem like, I'm thinking like, Ma never really brings a girl he's talking to onto the internet, right? So they're making it seem at a certain, not even them, I'm gonna say she starts it off making it seem like with that prank, like she likes him, and now like people are asking Ma to apply pressure because they just think like excuse me.
He's a scaredy cat.
Yeah, he's scared to, I guess maybe
talk to a girl
on the internet, maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it was, but that's what I'm saying. Like, her perspective and her narrative and the way she played it, it made me think like, okay, Ma, like, she likes you, like, you get what I'm saying? You never brought a girl on your YouTube before. It seems like y'all dead fuck with each other. Like, why are you not taking her a bit more seriously? And that's why I said he messed up at. But then I, like, watching this video, got the whole thing wrong. Because my son, first off, they was just doing content, and then after a while, it's like he starts peeping. Everything is changing, and it's more on her end. It's not even something they discuss together or whatever. So, yeah, and they only even went on one date. And after that one date, like, you could tell both of them obviously was on other sides of the page. or whatever.
This or that, and it's like now girls that I'm really dealing with that I'm like, I'm a single man, but I was, you know, I'm outside. Like I'm not looking for love, but I'm not looking for it either. You feel me? Like I'm not looking for it. I'm not dodging it. So it's like I'm dealing with that from outside, and it was just like, why am I dealing with all of this for somebody who to me wasn't like too appreciative of the fact that I was growing with.
I'm here to spy on some ship.
Lending his platform. Ungrateful. Like she already knew, man, cause I'm not blind out here. Some of y'all third eye blind, man.
I'm weak.
With like girls that again that I love, that were like that I wouldn't have, that I never gave the opportunity to grow with me on YouTube or do videos with me, because I always wanted to protect it and keep it private to some extent. And like they really deserved the chance, and they probably it probably wouldn't have went that way. And they, you feel me, like I just started to feel all types of things on top of that, which again is, that's all me. On top of that, I'm driving to finish my mixtape. I lose both my tires on one side of the whip. $800 right there. That like slowed me down all the way. Like, you feel me, slowed me down all the way. I still had to finish, between that and the budget it cost to finish, like completely getting my tape mastered, getting it put out on streaming platforms, getting it, all of that was hitting me. So it was really like not even so much that like, you know, this is when the ghosting, after that video is when the ghosting comments started coming in. It really wasn't so much like ghosting, it was really more of like a lot was going on, and I was just really focused on myself. And when I saw somebody put comment, I'm a Virgo, I was a Virgoing, but like when I really get focused on myself and what I got going on, like I block the whole world out. Like sometimes my moms be like, yo, why you didn't respond to my text, or like why you didn't call? But it's like I'm just locked in trying to finish this and put it together. I spent days. I recorded like 60 songs for my project, and I know it probably sounds like, oh, this is an excuse, but I recorded like 60 songs for my project, and I spent days in here just listening. Y'all only got 11. Y'all only got 11 on that project, and I spent days in here just listening to that, besides the tired and all of that. When I put my tape out, it was like, when I was getting ready to do that, that was all like towards the end of the month, so like bills is coming, all of that is coming, and it's like, yeah, I really just don't have time to have those conversations with like my work friends. So it's like when Paris is calling me or texting me, it's just like,
you know, my body.
There was things more important, because I knew that like those calls and texts weren't like, oh, this is a person I count on to help me, or a person that I count on to like at least release for like therapy, to release my problems or stuff like that. Like I know that that's coming with like, do you want to do videos? And right now I'm just not in a do video space. Like that's really just not what I was focused on. On top of that, in the midst of that, Queen's birthday's coming around, so like I'm doing trips to go help Clarence get this car. I'm driving him places and doing all like there was just so much going on, and I do like ghosting is like, I don't feel like I'm right for it. Like, you know, I don't feel like I'm right for it, but
I be ghosting too. I really do.
Like when there's more important things going on, like my list of people that I talk to gets real little. Like, you feel me? Like just naturally, like it becomes like, who's important? Who can I at least be like, yo, bro, this shit is stressing me out, bro. Like, yo, I can't believe this fucking car. Like, at least, like, you know, somebody to give me a solution or something, you know, at least make me feel better. You know, like I just wasn't gonna get that from Paris. So it was like I'm sure it's your job when you're going through things, you rather talk to Sandra that you came up with from 10 years old than Ricky that you just see at the coffee machine and you give him your papers, he give you your papers when they print out the fax machine. Like, you feel me? So that's
where I was gonna say, I don't know about y'all, but when something's happening to me, I'm very, 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 very extra private. Like, it's that a couple people who know. Like I remember I had like my first, since being an adult, because I only had it when I was a kid, my first sickle cell crisis as an adult. Babe was like the only person who knew. When I say he was the only person who knew, I mean like I didn't tell my mom, my sister, I didn't tell any of my friends. Usually I tell them something. I didn't tell any of my friends until I was out the hospital in the clear. Like, I'm one of those, like, I'm going to ghost everybody until the situation's gone, because I can't even give my energy. I can't. So I get what he's saying. Like, it's not about ghosting you. It's about making sure I'm good before I can speak to you. Word. That's really what it is.
Right.
Like, really what it was. And then in that time, I felt like entitlement, like, and I don't want to use that word to like make Paris seem like a bad person, but like I felt like entitlement began to creep in, where like she just started speaking for me, or like about me, or like, yo, I don't know when we gonna do another collab, or like I don't know when he's not writing me back, he's ghosted me. I texted him 2 times, it's 3 times. It's like there's no mindfulness to why I may not have been responding to you. There's no care to my situation. The first time I even saw a little care in her speech was probably when I went to jail, but that was just, again, another internet situation. It went public on the internet, so now you want to hit me up to make sure I'm okay. And then because of the ghosting situation, I actually did respond to her in that moment. Where's the text message? Harry said,
so you want to grow your YouTube, and you don't have TubeBuddy.
Yeah.
Hit the link in my bio right now and download TubeBuddy and do whatever TubeBuddy, whatever, and buy something so we can make money off of it. TubeBuddy.
on November 7th, she said, "Are you okay? I hope you are." And I responded, "Yeah, I'm good. I've been having a lot going on. I had to sit down and figure out shit for real. How are you?" And she said, "Nah, I feel you." About like 3 exclamation points, and I've been good. I don't know what I'm supposed to say back to her to like, cause it comes down to like, now her last video is like, are we beefing or not? And it's like, what do we really have to talk so much about? And it's like, I don't know if on her side, she felt like we were way closer than we were, but like, me as a person, it takes me so long to be close with a person, and it's like, it's not gonna be a few videos, it's not gonna be just, like, we weren't in business together. I can still make videos with anybody. She can still make videos with anybody, so I don't really get, like,
the hoopla.
I don't know. I just felt like it really started to seem like,
I'm like, this is that why I understand, and
now
I
she
never
understand
judge,
now, but when I was telling her,
no, I was gonna say in terms of YouTube like collabs, like this is why I personally never judged Spicy Game. Like, I see how people be trying to push others to do collabs and stuff like that. And sometimes I'm like, I get why people don't do it, because it's like,
there's so much that come with it.
Yeah,
the
like,
internet be bugging.
Yeah, like the internet starts wilding, and then it starts really affecting other personal relationships. And it's like, you be surprised how, like, I don't know why people are so surprised that it still happens, because I'm like, back in the day when it was not really a lot of people commented under pictures, because that wasn't a thing. It was like news platforms, like putting people against each other for like social media, or not social media, but more like public interest. So I'm like, imagine now you got thousands of people who really don't know nothing talking and putting their personal opinions and things. And you know, like, we read comments. It's gonna mess up a relationship. Like, it's gonna definitely mess up a relationship unless you're like Mod, Clarence, and Queen, where it's like they have a close-knit relationship. I doubt anything the internet says they really care about. They probably dead laugh at that shit. I'm like, this new girl or whatever, like, she, especially, that's why he said, yo, she's new to the internet. She's really new to this kind of platform. So that's why I understand she did dumb nigga shit. But just know now, like, I'm letting you know that was dumb. Like, I didn't like anything you did. I feel like you did not protect my image. You did not respect it. And you did not show care to, like, me as a person, the platform I gave you. So
right.
I'm like, that's why I get people not doing collabs sometimes.
And then the internet is just looking at it as, oh, they're doing videos. They look nice together. Y'all should be together. Like, never minding what their actual interactions are like beyond the camera. Like, you got to realize you're watching a video.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers, I don't know. People just be thinking they could just comment something and it's going to cause change. Like, it's going to cause them to see what they want because they commented on a video. Like,
yeah,
you gotta relax.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even comment on the situation, like, on YouTube, because I'm like, when I'm really invested in something, I'll comment. I'm like, something like this, I'm usually the type of person to say, like, I really don't know. So the most I did was talk about it with you, because I'm like, what I'm gonna do, comment about something I really don't know about and be dead wrong. And I'm like, people were so invested.
You can have your opinion, but still, at least make sure your opinion is based on the facts.
I'm like, yo, don't even comment sometimes. I'm like, that's my energy. If it's not. If it's a comment, like, that really isn't necessary in terms of, I feel like comments that's about a personal life where you feel like you know something, so let me comment like I know something, is that not necessary. Talk about it amongst your friends. Like, I feel like those comments be so, I don't know, like I said, unnecessary. Like, we don't need to hear that. I don't need you to tell me what you think my life is, especially because most of the time y'all are wrong. Y'all be so wrong.
Real, like, just mad, entitled, like I owed her my time, or like I'm supposed to respond to her, and it's like, she's not my girl, she's not my friend from Sandbox, she's not anybody that's really done anything for me to make me, like, you feel me, like, on the give and take, I feel like my overthinking ass and my caring ass and, like, you feel me, just sometimes dumb to a fault of just being the super nice guy, always overreached or overextended, offer her opportunities, you feel me? I'm not even about to sit here and do that and just say what I was doing, but it's just like,
you see the difference.
Yeah, I just feel like
if it was her, she would have been I did this for this nigga, I did this. Niggas like, I'm not even gonna do that. It's not even worth it.
Like, to a point, it got like a little insensitive. I don't want to say that she was ever ingenuine or anything like that, but it just became a situation that I felt like I outgrew, or I was just over. Like, it was just
the collaborating was done. Like, there's nothing else that needs to be done. We not about to go that far. So all right, we knocked out mad videos. We did some streaming. On to the next one. Like, gotta keep it going. Keep the content fresh.
Just no more. Like, and I feel like that's okay. It's okay for me in Paris to not still be doing videos. It's okay for like all of this to have happened. Like, everything doesn't, every fairy tale doesn't turn out how you guys wanted to, and you guys have to be okay with that. Like that's just basically what that is. And yeah, and I feel like
just let her finish.
I'm done. We talked enough about this. I done talked this situation from the bottom to the top. Other than that, it's your boy MOD, man. Don't stop supporting Paris. I'm not saying stop supporting Paris.
Right. What you have to say, man?
I was gonna say, I feel like after a certain point, like, cause he was like, I don't mind still collabing with her. It's just that clearly, like, they was not on the same page after a certain point, and it started making him feel like, I'm not tied to this woman for people to be commented like
Right,
stupid
to be going
things.
so hard.
Yeah, so I'm like, I rather, especially because the narrative she's putting out, I don't even blame them. I don't blame her. So it's like, why not drop the situation altogether? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, lesson learned on her part, on his part. It was never that serious. So now she's saying they beefing. Well, she probably didn't even say that. That was probably some clickbait. We'll see what she said. But I get what he's saying. It's like, you're not even being respectful. Like, why bring up Mod at all if he's not texting you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why make it a big deal at all? Like, why add on to the comments? Like, you sound like the comments. You feel me?
Right. I feel like if I get a tat over my eyebrow, that would be fire. But that's neither here nor there. That's part 2. My theory was correct. Shorty wasn't all that in real life. Like, motherfuckers was just hyped to see him on YouTube with a joint, and they wanted that to be his girlfriend. In reality, as a man, I go, all right, she's on the YouTube. They could just dead be cool. Like, she's not even giving him that type of energy, but she's willing to be cool with him. And that was the case, and she ended up turning into a cloud chaser. So, you know, at the end of the day, what did we learn, kids? Don't cloud chase. Don't cloud chase. It's not fun. It's not fun. But that's our video for the day. P.2 concludes our Moddagod. I don't know if we'll react to the Clarence one, because that's going to be another 40 minutes. Like, I don't really know about all that. But it's your peoples. 420 Club. Smoke up. Bow.